know, Becky, I was just out in Korea a few weeks ago, and it really is the Rubik's Cube where you can never get all the squares aligned. The fact is, South Korea's interests, China's interests, Russia's interests, our interests, there really is no perfect alignment. There also, unfortunately, there's no military solution that wouldn't involve possibly killing up to 80,000 Americans, not to mention tens of millions or 10 million people from South Korea or possibly others in Japan. So there really is no military solution. There's no real diplomatic solution. I think the only solution is for the U.S. to keep unilaterally squeezing Korea, squeezing the Chinese banks that are doing North Korea, squeezing the Chinese banks that are doing business with North Korea. We just have to keep putting the pressure on. You know, this regime in North Korea, one thing we do know about them, they're not suicidal. This is basically a monarchy that has kept itself in power over 3 generations. That's pretty unusual. They clearly are not suicidal. And I just think we have to keep squeezing them.
But we keep hearing that this new dictator is not his father, that he's a very different person to try and deal with. A lot of people have called him crazy. They say that he doesn't respond to any of the old levers that used to work, and that what we've been doing to this point has allowed them to get to the point where they may have an ICBM. What do we do with all that information?
You know, there's no question about it. It's been a bipartisan, Republican, Democratic, a process over 25 years that we've let this happen. Because at each stage, South Korea, remember, didn't want us to take military action. Right. So each administration, and I think there are no good options. And I think that basically we have to just keep tightening the screws everywhere we can. I don't think they're suicidal. And one thing about this new young leader, Kim Jong-Un, in North Korea, he turns out to be very smart, because I think he quickly realized that the one thing that everyone could agree on is we'd like this North Korean state to stay standing, but we'd like to remove the leader. The people who could do that most effectively were the Chinese. So what did he do? He wiped out his brother and uncle, the 2 most pro-Chinese leaders around, in his circle, and most pro-Chinese figures. So he's a pretty smart guy, and I think all we can do is keep squeezing him.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.